Bees. Any garden would seem incomplete without the ever-present humming of these diligent foragers. The European honeybee, Apis mellifera, has long been a symbol of good hard work, hence the phrase busy as a bee. The pollen collected out here will be transported back to the hive, where it will be stored and converted into honey. The hive works like a well-oiled machine, each insect a cog meshing perfectly with all the others to ensure all the work gets done, and there is much to do. The oldest, most experienced worker bees are tasked with leaving the hive every day to scout for food sources, collect pollen and nectar, and return to their sisters with the spoils. Middle-aged bees take on roles inside the hive. Nurses feed larvae, food storers keep supplies in check, and wax workers expand and maintain the hive's infrastructure. Sometimes, however, a cog will break down, and it is then that one job, radically more morbid than the rest, is required. This bee may look very similar to her sisters, but in her behaviour she is vastly different. She is an undertaker. If a bee dies inside the hive, this can pose a great risk. European honeybee hives can contain as many as 80,000 individuals. If even one bee catches a deadly disease, these tightly packed tenants are all in big trouble.
Luckily for them, a small percentage of middle-aged workers produce higher levels of juvenile hormone and possess an enhanced behavioral maturity. These few bees are tasked with removing dead bees from the hive, using their high sensitivity to odors to sniff out cadavers. Grasping the dead and dying hive mates by the most convenient appendage, she will haul them up and out of the hive. The more experienced bees do so with few complications, whilst those newer to the position struggle to find their footing. Some attempt to share the load, but this yields even more disastrous results. It's true, some bees are more predisposed for the job, but roles in the hive are by no means static. The hive may be as efficient as a machine, but it is far more adaptable. Only the most genetically predisposed will take this position when few bees are dying, but when corpses start to build up on the graveyard floor of the hive, bees less inclined but still possessing the genetic makeup will also take up the undertaker mantle. When the fading bee's funeral procession reaches the mouth of the hive, the undertakers will take to the air, carrying their load up to 100 meters away. Here they are left to live out their final moments exposed to all manner of predators. Despite this, they did not put up a fight as they were carted to their final resting place, in fact often going willingly. Their absence means the continued health of the hive, and thus the undertakers have ensured that even in death, their sisters can be of service.
One last time.